right, coming up, I'll speak with an artist working with such brands as Lamborghini and Ferrari on creating automobiles that are works of art. This is Taking Stock on Bloomberg. I'm Pim Fox. Now, Art Basel, the world's premier international art show for modern and contemporary art, has brought some of the most famous and modern artists into the mainstream. Take Simon.Ma, for example. He was, well, discovered 2 years ago by Damian, the chief curator of the Frost Art Museum. And Simon has expanded his creative palette to include such working brands as Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche, and of course the motorcycle maker Ducati. He has just debuted his first exhibition in the United States, taking place in Miami. I want to welcome Simon and Carol. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Carol, let's just begin with you, because Art Basel Miami has attracted collectors and art lovers from all over the world. The Frost Museum, based in South Florida. What attracted you to the work of Simon?
Well, during Art Basel 2 years ago, you know, Art Basel Miami Beach is more than just the one fair.
Right.
There are many, many satellite fairs and lots of things going on, too many to possibly be able to enjoy. And I went to Art Asia, and Simon was pretty much a star. And, you know, you walk around an art fair and you see an entourage of people and you wonder, what are they doing? What's the crowd attraction here? So, of course, I had to find out and discovered that this young man was holding court, literally, with so many fans. He was actually doing a demonstration of his work, very, very spontaneous, you know, a real showman. And as he did so, people were watching and they were fascinated, and it was really a crowd, including Julian Lennon, who is a very good friend, because Simon, with all of his many, many talents,
right? I was going to say he's also a musician. He's got a
musician.
band.
He's also a musician.
So you're a bit of a polymath in a way. But let's talk about the art for just a moment, because I described it. It has these very fluid forms. It is large in scale. It is made out of what looks like silver. How would you describe your work to someone that has never seen it before?
I think it's from the heart itself. It's also, you know, I got all the inspiration from nature and also working with different people, especially with some people we need to help, maybe like mental retarded people, because they have different world. And if you can get into it, and we always get the energy from them, and it generates my inspiration.
Now, the forms that I'm describing, whether they be big teardrops that...
It's water drops.
Water drops, okay.
Dancing water drops.
Dancing water drops, even better. But also, I noticed that the equine, the horse form,
yes,
is something that you've been working with. Tell us about this winged horse.
Okay, you know, firstly, the water drop is from the Venice Biennale.
Yes.
Which I actually attend my solo show in the Palace last year. And the horse show is which I'm doing the world tour for this year. We call it run horse, run ma. What runs means is the philosophy of Kong, of our 5,000 years ago Chinese history. It is about two peoples, love to each other. You know, nowadays we work too hard with so many meetings, pollutions, traffic jams, but we always forget the purity of love to people. So I decided to make a run horse, which is respected to Mr. Xu Beihong, and he's a top artist in China, and also respected by whole China. So, and this is not just an exhibition, it's actually also a message to tell the society we need to love people, no matter to international or to nation, just like how the horse loves people.
Can we also steal the horse analogy and say the horse power in the automobiles and in the motorcycle Ducati? Because tell people about your association with Lamborghini, with Ferrari, and Porsche, as well as with Ducati.
I think art and commercial should work together, especially how we put art into the lifestyle, to make people know that we're not just looking at art in a museum only. Or in a gallery, and again they could actually own part of the art with the philosophy and with the culture in the back, linking the culture together. That's why I'm working as a Chinese artist, working with different international brands.
So how do you describe, let's say, turning a Ferrari, a 458, into an even greater work of art?
I actually using the dragon and the horse concept. We got a Drago Cavallo concept into the car. You know what they did? They took the praising horse and put my calligraphy in the back. And again, so the car itself is not like a car, it's become an art piece. Same as Ducati, same as the other car I'm working with. Every project I work with, we make it very specific with a theme, linking the cultures together, but with some traditional touch or the modern touch, or modern element and the traditional element together to become a unique piece.
Carol, it almost seems appropriate that he's exhibited in the Frost Museum of Art, which was founded by Phil Frost, a noted medical and biotech investor, formerly at the chairman of Teva Pharmaceuticals. That combination of art and business business savvy, does Simon have it?
I think so. I'm always amazed at what he does. I say, Simon, do you ever sleep, or did you do that at 4 o'clock in the morning? And it seems like every conversation we have, he's telling me something else that he's going to do. So this is a businessman par excellence.
All right, so then I can ask you, rather than putting him on the spot, what does an original Simon.Ma go for?
Oh, you know, I don't know.
You don't know?
No, because, you know, in the museum business, we don't talk about money and price. It's kind of separate. That's what differentiates the museum from the gallery.
All right.
So we're not commercial.
Got it.
So you have to ask.
All right. So Simon, so you are, can I ask, so you are commercial. I mean, is, you know, buying a 458 Ferrari or maybe an original Simon.Ma that doesn't go anywhere? Which,
No, I think firstly, as artists, is we would like to be recognized by a different aspect of people, not just the museum, not just the auction house, not just the gallery. I think even though...
But all over the world, right? You've got exhibitions in how many cities right now? Or how many cities?
9 cities.
In 9 cities.
I mean, the Venice Biennale show is actually coming up to 11 now. But the horse show at the moment is playing for 9 cities.
In 9 cities, you got Beijing, Venice, Shanghai, Miami,
Chengdu, Hong Kong, you know, London.
And the reception is positive, whether it's in Asia or in Europe?
So far, very good. And I'm actually quite surprised.
Why is that?
I think firstly, the people like the interactive art. And also I'm putting like the Chinese calligraphy into 3D and 2D forms. And again, making the animation too. And I'm using different materials from Murano to Jingdezhen, you know, the Chinese
Murano
ceramic.
glass to ceramics.
Chinese ceramics, and also to bronze to stainless steel. And also different way of painting it. I think I should say this year I'm making much more creative. And again, it's not just like traditional Chinese art. I'm using very traditional brush and ink and paper, but very modernly, with very colorful touch.
So we can see a lot more of Simon.Ma's artwork, not only in galleries, but also on the road. I want to thank you very much for spending time with us, Simon.Ma, the artist, and my thanks also to Carol Damian, the chief curator of the Frost Museum of Art. Coming up, from tragedy and